Right now I'm just going about taking apart my Famicom. I figured while I'm doing it I might as well, I'm not going to do a whole thing on this, I'm just going to kind of show you the inside of this guy. I figured why not film it. Like I said, these take standard Phillips. And I got 4 so far. There's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got these 4. A lot easier than security bits. It's number 5 and number 6. I hope it's not too bad inside here. Like I said, I've never seen the inside of a Famicom before, so let's see what we got. And okay, it looks like everything's attached to the top here. Alright, this actually doesn't look too bad. It looks like there's just 2 more screws, which these controllers here. Looks like it's got those 2 screws on those 2 blue tabs on the inside, and it looks like that will release the circuit board. And it looks like this little box in the back I might have to take off. Actually, yes, I will. And that's actually the box for the AC adapter and the RF switch. So it looks like just 4 more screws. And then in the front here, those 2 I believe will unplug, which is basically the 2 controllers that are hardwired. You know, it would be interesting, you could easily mod this thing so that these could go out the front. I mean, seriously, look at the inside of this thing. Like, why did they do that? The plugs for the controllers are already in the front. Like, it has plugs that actually plugs into something. They just didn't make holes for it in the front of the system. And they wound it all the way around to the back. That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's like with the Dreamcast when they put the controller, or the cord for that controller out the back, and then they put a knob for it at the front. I don't know, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen, but okay. I mean, if this unplugs easily, seriously, like, you gotta be kidding me. Anyway, yeah, it looks like the main circuit board here is glued to this these blue tabs, like I said, and that should free that up. I don't think it's attached to the back here. We'll find out in a second. Oh, still got some resistance here somewhere. Oh, maybe this is all one piece. Let me take off the back too. I mean, my God, this is so stupid. Like, it's already coming out the front of the system, but I mean, I don't know. I guess the Famicom obviously came out before we got the NES here. And in those days, I guess there were a few other consoles where they did that, perhaps, and that was just the norm, but it's like common sense type stuff here. So, alright, let's see. getting some lift in the back. Okay, okay, I missed 2 screws, that's why. So I have 2 more screws in the middle of the circuit board near the front here. So I took out the 2 on the blue, the 2 for the circuit board, which this is all one big piece, which actually makes it really easy. Like with the Super Nintendo, the sound card was separate. So one more here. Alright, and that should, yes, that does it. And the controllers, and then, okay, so then the power switch is just in here. That's the, so basically, you take off the 6 on the bottom of the system, and then you have to take off 6 more, which lets this come off. But then, you can see here, the power switch, that's actually the power switch on the front of the system there, is wired in. But if you take off that bracket, just 2 more screws, this frees up this whole thing. And then you have the top half of the Famicom free. And my reset button just went flying. But there you go. Those are the last 2. And yeah, that was actually incredibly easy. All these extra plates for the Super Nintendo and the regular Nintendo, and security bits, or security screws I should say. It's like Nintendo trusted their own people in Japan not to tamper with their systems, but they didn't trust us. And then you got this doohickey on a spring, which is the, it actually makes this last screw slightly hard to get to, but not too bad. I just got to move it out of the way a little bit. So pretty much you just have to remember 6, 6, and 2. 6 screws for the bottom of the system, 6 screws on the inside, pop up the circuit board, and then 2 more to get the power. And there you go. You actually could put this back in without this red thing in there. Or could you? I wonder if it would reach. Nope, it wouldn't reach, so you actually got to keep this guy. But anyway, that's it. This was actually really easy. And then all you got to do, they wound up the 2 controllers, or the 2 cords for the controllers along this little peg in the back. And there's this little fitting you gotta break loose, not break, but pull loose. And there you go. Kind of show you what I'm talking about here. These guys here, see my hands got that hydrogen peroxide crap on it, and it does burn, by the way, so be careful. I use gloves and I still managed to get it on me. But yeah, these little doohickeys, it's like a coupling which fits in there. See, they put these indentations in the back of the system, right? But this circuit board, those are the two controller ports that are already in the front, and they added this one right here, which uses that Hudson Soft one I talked about in a previous video, like just to make money when you could have very easily just used the ones it came with. I do not understand. Maybe that's just because they don't have a lot of space over there, I'm guessing. I'm going to see if these actually come off. If those come off, then this is the biggest travesty ever. Let's see here. Maybe it looks like they do. Oh, no, it looks like these are, looks like that's, so that's actually in place. You're not supposed to take that off. So, okay, but still, I mean, ridiculous. Anyway, so that was really easy. I'm going to do the exact same thing. There goes my power and reset button again. But I'm going to do the exact same thing with this that I did with my Super Nintendo because it worked so well. I'm not going to go through, like I said, the whole process, but basically, same thing here. You kind of have a sticker in the front, on the top here, which is the awesomest one, family computer, and then you have two here by the power and reset switch. And then I guess this one in the back, adapter, TV, game, channel 1, channel 2, RF switch, is just one big sticker. Same thing like I explained with the SNES, just be careful. But basically it's the exact same process. I actually don't have a tote for this, so I'm going to go get one, and I'm going to do the same thing with this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.